Once upon a time, in a verdant meadow nestled near a river, there lived a little orphan turtle named Javier. Despite having no family to call his own, Javier was a happy and curious turtle, and he spent his days exploring the meadow and all the wonders it had to offer. One day, as he was making his way through the tall grass, Javier met a sparrow named Grace. Grace was a charming little bird with bright eyes and a soft voice, and she quickly became Javier's closest companion. The two of them would spend hours exploring the meadow, looking for tasty treats to eat and new sights to see. As the days passed, Javier and Grace became inseparable. They shared many adventures and stories, and Javier never felt alone again. With Grace by his side, he felt safe and loved, and he knew that he had a special friend who would always be there for him. One evening, as they settled down near the river to watch the stars twinkle in the sky, Grace began to sing a sweet lullaby. Javier listened to her soft voice and soon found himself drifting off to sleep, feeling happy and content. The next day, Javier and Grace decided to explore the river that ran through the meadow. Javier was nervous about the water, but Grace reassured him that she would be there to guide him. They waded into the cool, clear water, and Javier marveled at the fish that darted through the river's currents. As they walked along the riverbank, they came across a small island in the middle of the river. Javier was fascinated by the island, and he asked Grace if they could explore it. Grace agreed, and they made their way across the river to the island. On the island, they discovered a beautiful flower garden. The garden was full of colorful blooms, and the air was filled with the sweet fragrance of the flowers. Javier and Grace spent hours exploring the garden, admiring the flowers and the many butterflies that floated through the air. As the sun began to set, Javier and Grace made their way back to the riverbank. They watched as the sky turned orange and red, and Javier felt a sense of peace wash over him. He knew that he had found a true friend in Grace, and he was grateful for all the joy and adventure that she had brought into his life. From that day on, Javier and Grace continued to explore the world together. They shared many more adventures and made many new friends, but they always remained the closest of companions. And so, dear friends, I hope the sweet bedtime story of Javier the orphan turtle and his best friend Grace has filled your heart with warmth and joy, and has reminded you of the power of friendship and companionship. Good night! Thanks for watching!